How do you wholesale properties, commercial, residential, multifamily? What is wholesaling? Wholesaling is basically assigning a contract. So what you do is you find motivated sellers. You can even wholesale a business. You can wholesale real estate, pretty much any asset that has value. What you do is you get a contract or option to purchase that asset, that property, whether it's commercial, residential, multifamily, it could be a business. You get a contract to purchase and sale agreement signed with a motivated seller or a option agreement, the option to purchase, and then you turn around and you assign that contract to a end buyer for a fee. So that is what wholesaling is in a nutshell. So what it boils down to is you have to find a motivated seller. No matter what it is you're trying to wholesale, you want to find a motivated seller. That's where the opportunity is created. But before you start with that, before you start finding motivated sellers, you got to have somebody to buy whatever it is you're selling. So what you want to start with in the business is you want to start with building your buyers list. So in order to wholesale, you have to find motivated sellers, but you need a buyer in order to sell that contract to. So you really want to start with buyers, and you really need to build your buyers list up. You need real cash buyers, not other wholesalers. I mean, you can co-wholesale and joint venture with wholesalers, but for the most part, you want to find real solid cash buyers that are buying the type of properties that you are able to find or the types of businesses that you're able to find. And you want to make sure that they are real solid cash buyers. They are liquid. They can close quickly. So that way, when you're talking to a seller and you tell them, hey, this is Greg. My name's Greg, and I work with a lot of investors that are looking for properties. My job is to find great properties for these people to buy and hold, buy, fix up, and sell, to operate if it's a company, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you are telling the truth, that you are representing. You're not representing, but you're finding opportunities for other investors, other buyers. You don't represent them. You're finding deals that you can turn around and sell to them. So that is your job, is to find great deals, to be in the field talking to sellers, talking to people that have a property or an asset they want to sell. So you want to start with buyers, build your buyers list. You need at least, I would say at least 50 to 100 really good solid buyers in bigger markets. If you're going to do any kind of volume, you can have as many as, or as few as 5 to 10, or even one or two. As long as they are real solid cash buyers, they have liquid funds available to close, whether it's a credit line or cash on properties, and you know that that's what they do and they've got a history of it. You can find these cash buyers through list companies like ListSource, where you can sort through properties that were recently purchased that are owned free and clear, absentee owners, multiple transactions, through an entity with the same address. It could, you want to even search by the address of the buyer, because the address might be the same, but the entity might be different. But if it's all going to the same address, you know that you've got a company that buys. You can sometimes get this information from the city or county for free. You can also go to auctions. You can go to real estate groups. You can get on Facebook, Craigslist. Call bandit signs. Some of those bandit signs are people that are legitimate, real cash buyers and not just wholesalers. So there's a number of ways. The MLS is a great way. Talk to realtors. Realtors have cash buyers that buy from wholesalers and are always looking for deals. Obviously, you have to compensate that realtor as well. So you need to factor a commission into the deal for them. If you wholesale a transaction to one of their clients, they're going to want to get paid through the transaction. So that's how you find cash buyers. Start with cash buyers. A wholesale deal, you're simply putting something under contract of value, and you're assigning that contract for a fee to an end buyer. So you got to find motivated sellers, and you have to build your buyers list. You can do both at the same time, but I would not put anything under contract until you have a buyer, a cash buyer, a real solid buyer that can actually purchase and close on that transaction, so that you can always operate with integrity and you can be honest with the sellers that you actually do have buyers looking for whatever the asset is that you're working on. And you can do this again with residential. You can do it with land. You can do it with multifamily, commercial, industrial, businesses, any kind of an asset that's worth money. You can do it with a vehicle. So anything that has value where you have a spread, you can have a contract to purchase it. You can assign that contract to an end buyer. That is what a wholesale transaction is in the world of real estate and business.